The Modern Man tutorials. Stop trying to keep ladies. Right? Too many guys out here that I see are trying to keep a chick for long-term relationships, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that. Right? Just like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be traditional, wanting to be a protector, provider, all that good stuff. You know, a good man. Nothing wrong with that. But if the ladies that you deal with, or ladies in general, like as a whole, right, in modern day times, don't want to be in a long term relationship, they don't want to be with you for a long time, accept it. Right? Just because you want a long term relationship doesn't mean you're gonna get it, right? Can you get it? Yeah, it's possible, of course, but doesn't mean. The problem that I see is that a lot of guys are using the fact that a lot of ladies are not loyal. A lot of ladies don't want traditional relationships. A lot of ladies, are not making the best decisions in life. But that's besides the point. The point is, if they're not getting their shit together, if they're not getting their mind right to be like, yeah, I gotta find me a good quality dude and spend the rest of my life with, they don't appreciate the existence of the male species. They don't appreciate relationships. They don't appreciate love and whatnot, right? They don't appreciate that you provide, that you protect, right? Well, you still hit though, right? So as long as you still hit, a win is a win. A win is a win. And there's always going to be plenty of chicks out there that have the same mindset. They'll let you hit, but they won't give you a long-term relationship. And that's fine. As a guy, if anything, that's actually a better outcome than if you were in a long-term relationship. Because the whole idea of a long-term relationship, it benefits her more because you're constantly taking care of her, right? Think about it. You take care of her more than she takes care of you, if you know what I mean. So, let's say the sex lasts for like 30 minutes. And let's say she gives you sex every day. Okay, 30 minutes a day. But for the remainder of the 23 hours and 30 minutes of the day, you're doing, you're providing, right? You make sure there's a roof over her head if y'all living together and whatnot. Making sure that she doesn't go hungry, that she has clothes, right? She has whatever she needs, right? Human necessity, right? The bare minimum, and then any extra stuff you do for her. Like Netflix and travel and jewelry and whatever extra stuff you do for her, you do extra, right? But the thing is that you are, you know, you're doing more for her than she does for you. And it's always funny to hear chicks out here talking about they do the most for the relationships they're in, and it's like, nah, not mathematically, no, you don't. The percentage is always in the favor of the female, the symbiotic relationship, because one, guys don't ask for a lot, so guys ask for the bare minimum. Some guys take less than the bare minimum, right? The bare minimum is sex, sandwich, silence. That's the typical bare minimum for most guys, right? Because that's one of your useful functions is sex. If you can cook, that's beneficial. That's useful. That reduces one of the things he has to do. But guys can cook for themselves. We have microwaves. We have air fryers. We have YouTube, so we can learn how to cook. Like, we don't need you for too many things, especially nowadays with modern day technology, and we're constantly inventing new ways. Shit, we're gonna have robots cooking and cleaning and sucking our dick real soon. So y'all ladies have less use to us, um, logically, technologically, we have less and less usefulness for y'all. But doesn't mean we don't care, we don't love you, we don't, we rather have y'all than sex robots that cook and clean, right? We rather. But, you know, logically, we'll take what we can get. And if sex robots that can cook and clean, it's the wave of the future, then that's the wave of the future. And that's sex for y'all ladies, not for us. Because again, we're making sure that we get what we need, right? You're also supposed to get what y'all need from getting us. You get us, that is your benefit. We're the prize, right? We benefit you more than you benefit us, because what we ask for you is so little that it's much easier to replace the little we ask from you than it is for you to replace us. Because you think all we provide is money, and then when you have a job, you think that that replaces us. It's like it doesn't, because all you're doing is taking the burden of of off of us and putting it onto yourself. You think we enjoy work? You think work is fun? No, it's not. Some jobs are fun, are awesome, but not every job is awesome. Working in the sewers is not awesome. Working in the coal mines is not awesome, right? Working in the ocean is not awesome. Working in space is not awesome. I mean, to a certain degree, it could be awesome, but when it comes to uh, work, physical work ain't that awesome. Especially work and then stress, right? The physical toll that work has and stress. Most guys just want to sit back and relax, just like chicks want to sit back and relax. But it doesn't make sense to work and then like you rather get the money without the effort, right? That's the ideal dream. And the thing is or at least the work should be easy, right? So being in a relationship as a chick is easier than going to work as a chick because you have to actually work. We have all these conveniences that makes being a wife, a girlfriend much easier. Like I said, microwave, washing machines. Makes it easier to wash his clothes, even your clothes. You just throw them in the washer, let the machine do all the work. All you have to do is just pay attention, right? You can be on your phone the whole entire time while the clothes get washed. That's why it's so weird that chicks act like it's such a burden or a slavery to be a wife or a girlfriend. And it's like, no, it's easy work. Yes, is it work? Yes, of course, it's work, but it's easy work because it's the shit you already do. If you already do your own laundry, doing somebody else's laundry is nothing. If you clean after yourself, cleaning after somebody else is nothing. If you cook, cooking for somebody else is nothing. It's literally nothing. It's just doing it a little bit more than you normally do. That's it. A little bit more. Just literally a little bit more. I'll be hearing some people complain about the idea that like, oh my god, I gotta clean this whole house by myself. And it's like, yeah, but here's the thing: if you're not a dirty person, right? If you're a neat person, a clean person, you're not really cleaning after yourself and after someone else. You're only cleaning after someone else. And as long as you make sure that person is less messy, right? By teaching them some of the good habits that you have, setting things up in the house in such a way where it makes it less likely for a mess to happen. For example, if the dishes pile up real fast, then reduce the amount of dishes that exist in the house. Get rid of some of the dishes. Make sure there's only enough dishes to be able to be useful to everybody. For example, if there's 4 people in the house, you shouldn't have 8, 12, 20 dishes, like plates, right? 4 plates. 4 plates is enough. Right? 4 plates is enough, one for each person. You can even set it up where everybody's responsible for their own plate. There's ways to fix problems. Every problem has a solution. The problem is most people just want to complain about the problem. Like, oh my God, the house is a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. And somebody whose job is to make sure the house is clean didn't manage the house properly to make sure it's always clean, that it doesn't get messy, you know? Like, it shouldn't take more than an hour to clean the whole entire house if you manage it properly. But this is some advice for the ladies, if they're gonna be a wife and whatnot. But guys, you gotta realize that if you're that guy, right, you'll have a whole bunch of chicks like myself. You have a whole bunch of chicks. You'll be doing good. If they stay, great. If they leave, that's fine. There's always somebody else that's going to replace them, especially if you're a bare minimum type of guy, right? If you're a guy who doesn't ask for too much in return. If you're the type of guy that already has everything you could possibly need, have everything taken care of, so all your needs are met. So all you need is again, the bare minimum, right? Her attention, her body, right? Her, you know, her her presence, right? Like if you need her to get dressed up and go somewhere, she'll be available, right? But if she doesn't want to be there tomorrow, fine, she can go, and you get some other chick. The thing is not to get too attached. Not saying you can't love somebody, just don't get too attached that if they leave, or if you get rid of them because they turned out not to be the best person to be with, that it doesn't hurt you, right, emotionally. Because if it hurts you emotionally, that's going to be a distraction. If it's a distraction, it's going to be hard for you to focus. And if it's hard for you to focus, you're just going to spend many, many days, maybe even many months, dwelling on it and not living your life, right? Not doing what you should be doing, which is your purpose, right? Like a lot of people like to say, it's like your purpose should be to achieve whatever goals you have, find ladies that you care for, and they care for you, whether the caring is love based or not. If it's just like just because you got money, or because you make them laugh, or you make them feel some type of way, whatever reasons they're with you. A lot of guys are very ungrateful that a female is with them in the first place. Oh my gosh, she was with me for 4 years and then cheated on me. So she was with you 4 years. Did you fuck those within those 4 years? Yeah. So you still hit though. A win is a win. A win is a win. Too many guys are crying that they don't get to be a champion forever. It's like, come on, be grateful. You were a champion for 4 years. You were hitting that for 4 years. If you were, you should have been. It would have been stupid to spend 4 years with a chick and not be hitting. Like, again, bare minimum. Just be grateful what you have. Too many guys are just too ungrateful. We understand, at least I understand, the females, you know, very selfish. They want a lot of experience and whatnot. Self love, all that nonsense. All right, fine. That's who they are. But, so them being ungrateful is not too surprising. A guy being ungrateful is retarded. It makes no sense. You're not a man if you're ungrateful with anything. Because one, you're not entitled to anything. Right? You're playing the game of life the right way. You're playing it on hard mode. Chicks are playing it on easy mode. So you can't be comparing yourself to chicks and be complaining that, oh my God, I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, but she left me. Like, well, she's playing the game differently than you. You're playing the game the right way, right? You're playing in a hard mode, which means you got to be more skillful. You got to be the man, right? If you want a chick to stay with you forever, you got to be worthy of that. You got to be the guy that she wants to spend the rest of her life with forever. Not just be a guy she just met and, you had some fun. You spent some money on her. And then after a while, she got bored of you. If she gets bored of you, it's because you weren't that great. You weren't worthy of her wanting to stay. That's the reason they leave. It's because you're not as exciting as you think you are. You think just because you exist, that's the thing. We're not the same as females. Their existence is enough for us. The fact that they exist is enough for us. That's the bare minimum. Their existence. Our existence for them is not enough. We need to be more than just existing for them. That's the difference. That's why we will always be different. Well, we're grateful that they just exist. But we gotta be able to do cool shit in order for us to be amazing for them to care for us. And the thing is, that's not a problem. I mean, if you're not a loser, right? If you're an awesome person who does awesome things, then it's not a problem if that's what chicks like. Guys who are awesome. Then be awesome, which is not hard to do if you just stop being a loser, stop being lazy, stop making excuses, thinking that, oh no, I should just, chicks should love me for who I am. You ain't shit. So of course they not gonna love you. You ain't shit. You ain't doing shit. You're not doing shit that's cool for you. Chicks love it when a guy does things that he likes. That's one of the things chicks want to do is do the things they like to do. They want to do what they want to do. So of course they're gonna look at a guy like, oh my God, he's doing whatever he wants to do. I want to do that too. I want to do what I want to do. So they want to use you to do the things they want to do. Like for example, there's chicks that want to travel around the world. So of course they're gonna gravitate to guys who travel around the world because that's what they want to do. So they're going to get with guys who travel around the world. So if you're that guy who travels around the world, you're going to get a whole bunch of chicks that also want to travel. And there you go. And that's how you get chicks. Now, will you get to keep them for a long time? No, but that's okay. At least keep them for the fun time, right? Guys don't ask for too much. Guys don't need too much. If anything, we try to simplify and try to make life easier for ourselves so we don't have too much, so we don't do too much. That's why you hear a lot of guys talking about they want peace. I don't want peace unless it's booty, right? It's like, I don't want peace. I want shit to do. Females to do. A win is a win. And too many of you guys out here taking L's left and right because you guys are choosing to take the L's. Because you guys are trying to be out here trying to be females. Oh, I deserve love. I deserve peace. I deserve somebody to stay with me just because. Not because I did anything worthy of them staying, just because I exist and they should love me. It's like, man, it sounds very feminine, very unmasculine. A real man accepts reality. Reality is, if the ladies are gonna leave, that is fine. Right? Their body, their choice. If they made the choice to give you their body, then be grateful. Stop being ungrateful. Stop feeling entitled to shit that you're not entitled to. You're not entitled to anything. You're not even entitled to life. That's the funny thing. Life is hard, especially for guys, because you're not entitled to it. You were lucky that you were even born. So be grateful that you're able to do stuff. Be grateful the things you enjoy. You like anime, be grateful for it. You like video games, be grateful for it. You like money, be grateful for it. You like booty, be grateful for it. Like, the problem is there's too many guys that are out here being ungrateful, thinking they deserve so much more than they really do. It's like, you guys don't deserve nowhere near 90% of the shit that y'all even have. There's guys that I see that just be having a really awesome life, and it's like, you don't even deserve it. You don't even deserve it. You're just lucky that you even have that life, that lifestyle. But you don't even really deserve it because you didn't earn it. Somebody else gave you that lifestyle. That's why when we look at guys who grew up rich and stuff, and we look at them as spoiled brats, we don't look at them as men. We do like their lifestyles. We do look at what they're doing and be like, oh man, can't wait until I'm doing that. But we don't see them as men. It's like, well, that was handed to them. They didn't earn it, so we don't respect, what they have. We do admire it, right? We're like, yeah, I would like to have, those cars and travel and chicks and whatever, right? It would be nice to have those things, but I know that it's those things only matter when I earn it, not when it's just handed to me. So that's why we don't respect guys who are just rich brats, right? Spoiled brats. Just like we don't respect fuckboys. But that's for a different conversation. Thing is be grateful with what you got. Stop thinking you deserve more than you really deserve. Because what you deserve is what you earn. So if you have a chick that stays with you for 20 years, or to the day, or to till death do you part, you deserve that because you earned it, not because you fucking exist, not because you fucking want it. That's a female way of thinking. You earned it. If she's been with your old shitty ass for 20 plus years, you earned it. You deserve it. You get props for being worthy to have a chick to be with your lame ass for so many years. So again, be grateful. Stop being ungrateful.